A very good morning to all the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, members of trustees and members of PENN, family members of Mr. Sriram, media, ladies and gentlemen. I had a personal association with Mr. Sriram, who was working with us in creating some awareness videos, and in fact we were communicating, and he wanted to come and see me, and that day I couldn't see, and the next day I got the shocking news. I couldn't make sense out of it. Anyhow, we have to accept whatever happens, and whatever is the God's will. But I'm sure the work that he wished and that he has started will carry on. Women's safety or children's safety is a very kind of a burning issue. And I think all the people involved, like the citizens, the civil society, the government, all of us are intent on creating a society that is safe for women and children. As a woman, I can say that even when I was young, I used to travel by the buses, commuting to college and back, or going into a crowded place. You know, in small places, those fairs will take place. A lot of crowd will be there. People will be literally milling against each other. I have myself experienced that kind of a, you can call it sexual harassment. And I don't think much has changed. I was going to college between 82 and 87. So that was, I don't know how many years back now, some 35, 40 years back. I don't think things have changed much since then, unfortunately. For some reason, we are not able to make our public spaces safe for women and children. In fact, it would be a great, I should say, something like a Ramrajya to attain, where a woman can go out in the night and come back home safely in the dead of the night, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So that is the kind of society we are aiming to achieve. And we from the government, we are trying our best to do that. And there are many things that the government has taken up, including the technology-based things such as the mobile apps like Kavalan app, where anyone in distress, once the presses the button, the help is available, police help is available. But more than that, when I stand here, though I am representing the government and the police, and in fact I am in charge of the organization called in the police exclusively meant for crime against women and children. I head that wing of the police department. But I can somehow, I still feel, I can see beyond that. I can see things as an individual, as a woman myself, as a mother who has children, who has a girl child, who has a boy child. And generally, like how other girls might be feeling, how other children might be feeling. Somehow I, as an individual, I am unable to understand when somebody sees, here we can say a man, a boy, a man, when they see a person, a woman, let us say going out in the night, instead of thinking that let me protect her, let me ensure that she reaches home safely, how is it that most of them who see her in the night feel like harming her? Or a small child, a girl child, any age, from few months to up to 18 is called a child in legal parlance. Their own family members, their own neighbors, their own teachers, their own this thing, how is it that instead of trying to protect that vulnerable child, instead of that they try to take advantage and do things? That is still beyond me. I am sure somebody in the academics or in this thing can give the answer to that. And I think there is a lot of issues regarding how it is portrayed by the movies, especially by the movies. Who is a hero? They'll always show Till now we are showing like that. In fact, we have seen 1 or 2 movies where my husband and I have come back and literally lamented, how is it that we are showing like this in the movies, that a boy goes after, teases a girl constantly, and that is, he is the hero. He does all kinds of tricks to sort of win over her heart. But actually, if you see all our crimes in the present system of laws, so somewhere there is a mismatch between what it should be and what it is. And I'm very glad that PENN is looking at those issues. In fact, most of our efforts I have seen, are victim-centric. We try to educate the children or the girls or the women how not to fall prey to the crime. We don't pay much attention to the perpetrators, to tell them, no, this is not all right to do this. This is not acceptable. What you are doing is a crime. Imagine if a person is not safe within one's own house. Domestic violence is there. Children who become victims of sexual abuse, a lot of them suffer it in their own homes, in their neighborhoods, in their schools. There is harassment at workplace, and last but not the least, the public places are not that safe. So it's our endeavor, and we are there, or you are there for us, to make sure that we move from safe to safer to safest, and ultimately the safe place for children and women in all spheres, at home first of all, in workplaces, schools, and then in public places, public transport. And if we work together, address all the issues, I am sure there is no reason that we should not achieve that aim, if not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe a little later. So I wish PENN all the best, and look forward to having engagements with them in this cause, which is so dear to them, and of course, which is our duty, and it's personally dear to me. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.